Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD Starcraft and I'm here for another Heart of the Swarm broadcast, and today we'll be looking at HasuObs as the red Protoss player. In the bottom right hand corner of the map, he's a fellow commentator for the ESL as well for when they do host events. He is a German Protoss player, very good Protoss player. He's going to be playing up against Liquid TLO. He's a Blue Zerg player in the top left hand corner, and the map is Belshir Vestige, so this should be a good one. Zerg versus Protoss. I've been on a bit of a TLO binge lately, but I can't help myself. You know, sometimes I just want to see my good friend TLO in games. He's so fun to watch, and all of the games I've been casting of him so far, I mean, there have been ones that he's lost, there's been ones that he won, but, you know, to be fair, the games that he lost were against Koreans who probably were just on a level higher. I think this time he's gonna be, we're gonna be in for a pretty good match, because both these players, I would say, are fairly skilled about evenly. HasuObs and the little one. HasuObs is a German Protoss, I do believe, and like I said before, he is also a commentator from time to time, so I do have to root for my fellow commentator as well, but I've always got a soft spot in my heart for TLO. So two Germans here going at it, and this should be a really good one. Zerg versus Protoss. Once again, if you guys have any sick replays, feel free to send them in to HDreplays@gmail.com. It can be like a replay that you saw posted up on Team Liquid, or a replay pack or anything like that. Feel free to send it in to me. I do want to, you know, bring you guys the best of the best replays, so with your help, the viewers, it makes my job a lot easier. So yeah, if you guys have any really fun replays that you'd like to see me cast, do send it in. Once again, HDreplays@gmail.com. Now we do have the little one here trying to get his hatchery down. Bam! Bam! Oh, HasuObs here trying to get a pylon actually to block it. You don't see that all the time anymore. Most Protoss now agree that the pylon is nice, but it actually slows down Protoss infrastructure and building quite a bit, building a pylon there. So I think HasuObs there blocked it for as long as he could afford to without losing the probe, and now he's going to go ahead and let that go down. Meanwhile, over on the other side here, HasuObs does have a Nexus. He has a Forge and a Cannon. And he's got that going on at this choke point over here, so he will be pretty much walled in and secured, as TLO also blimps his Overlord over to find out what is going on, and he will see Gateway as well as the Cannon and the Nexus. So one thing to take away here from the opening is that HasuObs actually did not go Nexus first. He went Forge first before Nexus. I believe he went Forge first before Nexus. So HasuObs is playing a little bit more safe here rather than playing it more risky. And I think when you play against the little one, you do have to play a little bit more safe, just because you never know what's coming at you. So you do have to play a bit more conservatively. Do note also that DreamHack Summer is almost here, so the players are really practicing their builds and their strategies here. Obviously not revealing maybe their ace up their sleeve, like they might have some kind of secret build order ready to win them the rest of the tournament, but they are practicing very hard for DreamHack Summer. So these replays extremely high level, as this was just played literally 2 or 3 days ago. So yeah, very excited. I can't wait for DreamHack Summer as well. I'm going to be watching that. Going to be very cool. There's an article posted about how will the Koreans take over DreamHack, and you know, probably I don't know, that would be my guess, but they tend to always do a pretty good showing no matter where they are. So yeah, that probe is going to go ahead and take a quick gander at the third hatchery. Ooh, my computer is refusing to move here, but yeah, that probe does see the hatchery, and HasuObs can then therefore verify that, yeah, the little one's going for a third hatch, and he is actually going to add on a Stargate here, which is interesting. It's a pretty delayed Stargate, I feel like. I mean, maybe it's not that delayed. He just finished his Cybercore. But yeah, there is going to be a Stargate coming here, and it's hidden all the way in the back right of the main base. I don't think the Overlord is going to be able to get to see it, because we should have a Stalker. Wow, HasuObs does not have a Stalker on the map at all. That is very interesting. You would usually a Protoss player makes a Stalker here to push the Overlords away, but look at this, the little one doesn't want to risk it. He doesn't even want to see this. Well, he wants to see it obviously, but he's not going to take the risk. No, he's going to turn around again and really go for it this time, and this is going to pay off so huge for him. And HasuObs basically skipped the Stalker to get the Stargate out a little quicker, I believe. So, wow, this is going to play out pretty well for TLO. He's going to get a perfect scout on this Stargate, and he is going to see, he even saw the Phoenix being constructed. The Stargate is one of the few buildings that reveals what is being, you know, warped in from wherever it's coming from, the third dimension. So it does get revealed to units in this realm, in this dimension, and so the little one saw it, and it looks like he will lose one Overlord here, but might not actually. This might actually survive. So Overlord is going to, oh, it is going to stay alive with 1 HP, but this Phoenix has been rerouted. Orders confirmed from HQ to finish off that Overlord. So it does go down, and HasuObs has to end up revealing his Phoenix, but that's not the unit he's using to harass TLO. He is using the MOCO, the Mothership Core, to go across the map and pick off that drone, so very interesting. Meanwhile, +1 air weapons on the way. A lot of Zerglings going over here to the back left-hand side to protect their Overlord. Unfortunately, they cannot save him, and so the Overlord goes down again. 2 Overlords have dropped already this game. Not huge losses, but when you look at the overall scope of the game, TLO has lost a lot more than HasuObs has. HasuObs has lost nothing, in fact. And this Mothership Core continues to scout the map, and we have a fleet beacon coming down. HasuObs is going for quick fleet beacon here. I mean, it can only be for quick carriers / Tempests. So, wow, Sky Toss on the way, but there's only 1 Stargate, which is really confusing. Usually you'll see a second Stargate by now. The Phoenixes are going to reveal into the main base, pick off a couple of drones here. 4 have gone down already, but with the Queens and the Spore Crawler there, I don't know how long HasuObs can stay around. I think, yeah, his shields have been depleted, so he will choose to save the Phoenix rather than risk them for more drones. And this Mothership Core has been attacking this hatchery like for the last minute of this hatchery coming into existence, and it is going to come into this world with about half HP. So the Mothership Core doing her job, saying, I've got weapons, what, you don't think I have guns? And so the hatchery is almost kind of dead. If HasuObs wants to come in here with some troops, he could take it out pretty easily. And he is making a Tempest, and Tempests are really good at killing off buildings, so, well, they used to be a lot better, but they're pretty good at killing off buildings, so this could be pretty interesting, and it looks like HasuObs goes in for a snipe on the Queen. The little one here is getting worked right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's no other way to say it. Phoenix is flying in once again, going to pick off more Overlords. The little one has lost 1,000+ in resources. HasuObs has lost nothing. Nothing at all, and this hatchery is now bleeding from the ground up. It has taken so much damage. What is the little one's response? We've been so focused on HasuObs' aggression. Now TLO says, all right, I'm over this. I'm bringing 1,000,000 Zerglings. But the thing is, how can he break through this wall? There are zealots here. This is going to be like watching movie 300 all over again. The Spartans against the Persians. And I don't think they're going to let them pass the hot gates, to be honest with you guys. I don't care how many Zerglings come through. That is a lot of zealots. And do they have +1 weapons? They do not, but that's okay. Well, these Zerglings actually are +1/+1, so that makes a difference. And, oh, HasuObs moving out at the last second, at the wrong second. And I guess we have an alternate ending to 300 because, oh, will the Zerglings actually be able to make it through? King Leonidas is holding his ground. I don't know, actually. I think maybe the little one, even though he's got extra upgrades over the Protoss army, I don't think he can bust through here. And the nice thing about the... Look at this! The little one's still trying to break through. He's sending so many Zerglings at the wall. He's actually brought the shields down on all the frontal buildings, but he will have to pull back. It's just not going to happen. The nice thing, though, is this attack did reveal the Tempest. So the little one knows that there are Tempests on the field now. He's going to try to go for the break one more time. Can he do it? The Forge researching +1 weapons might go down as well. And the Forge is going to drop. I don't think the Zealot's got that upgrade, which is so critical. The Zerglings will break on through. TLO has breached the front door, and King Leonidas has fallen. Now will, I think he's running out of steam here. He needs more forces. He's trying to reinforce with more Zerglings. +2/+2 almost finishing here, so his Zerglings are really going to outclass the Protoss ground. And honestly, this is almost art. This is beautiful because when you are dealing with the Protoss going Sky Toss mode, he's invested all of his resources into these heavy capital airships. You can win the game with a million Zerglings because Phoenixes, Void Rays, and upgradeless Zealots they won't do anything to Zerglings, and these units will not protect the buildings. So the little one's strategy right now basically is to end the game with Superlings. He's going for Adrenal Glands too. He's got 2 Zerglings here. Adrenal Glands is on the way. I mean, literally, I think he's just going to bum rush this front door and break it down with Zerglings. I mean, what a strategy from TLO. I think it could actually work. He might want to wait for Adrenal Glands to finish, but where is he going now? The nice thing is he only really lost like 6 or 7 Zerglings there. You really can't lose that many to Void Rays, to Phoenixes, to Tempests. They're not units designed, obviously, to kill off Zerglings. A new Forge is coming up, as HasuObs has got to realize at this point his Zealots still don't have +1 weapons, which means they are like, the Zerglings are, I don't know what the exact number is, because it's so rare to see 2 Adrenal Gland Zerglings versus upgradeless Zealots, but it must, I mean, the Zealots must melt pretty quickly. And here we go once again. TLO gonna try to check the front door. No, he will not. And he is now actually adding in some Corruptors, which, you know, I really feel like he could just win the game with mass Zergling, but it's a big risk. And so he is adding in Corruptors now, but I don't know if that's, there's a lot of Tempest and Void Rays out. I mean, you would need a ton of Corruptors to break through this. So maybe the best strategy is to go for Nidus or for Overlord drop, and I do see Ventral Sacs and Pneumatized Carapace on the way. If he can drop all the Zerglings behind this wall, behind this fortress, and into the main base, I mean, there's nothing that Cracklings can't do. They will eat the Protoss base alive. HasuObs will feel the pain, so to speak. So I do like what TLO is thinking of doing here, but I don't know about the Corruptors. It might be too late to try to gain air supremacy, given, you know, how many Void Rays and Tempests there are. I mean, that's a tough shot. Now, HasuObs finally is going to get the 3rd base down. That was like, will he ever get the 3rd base? Will he ever get the 3rd base? Yes, he will get the 3rd base, but TLO is getting his 5th base, so to speak. So the little one certainly having a base advantage, or a slight base advantage at that, but the supply advantage is not really much in his favor. But then again, it's hard to be heavier in supply when you're mostly Zergling oriented. And here we go once again, those 2 Cracklings running about the map. We do have Templar Archives on the way here. Now, one thing about HasuObs' playstyle is he really doesn't like Colossus. Whenever he has a chance to decide between Colossus or Templar, he almost always chooses Templar, because he feels like Templar are a more interesting unit, more micro-oriented. So he is going for Templar here, which you know what? Against Mass Zergling, you need Colossus, or you need Templar, or you need both, and he is going for Templar with Storm. Now, that is going to be available in about 2 minutes. If HasuObs can buy time before the little ones attack with these Overlords, he's bringing in the crack drop right now. It's a crack drop, ladies and gentlemen. And the Storm is not going to be ready in time. HasuObs is in a lot of trouble here, but Mothership Core recall, OMG. But the Corruptors were there. They got a couple of easy peasy pot shots, but man, that is a lot of Void Rays, all charging Prismatic Alignment. And the Zerglings, there weren't really that many Cracklings in the drop altogether. There was only like 8 Overlords full of Zerglings. Most of the Zerglings are still, I don't know where they are, but it does look like some of the Overlords, some of them weren't even dropped out, was the case. And here comes more Zerglings. Reinforcements are arriving. The Zerglings somehow making their way over to the 3rd expansion. Templar Archives chrono boosting. Psionic Storm. I don't know if the little one's going to be able to do enough damage here. His Corruptors will have to pull away. Void Rays are just too good against Corruptors, although right now they do not have Prismatic Alignment, so the Corruptors are on an even field. The Zerglings are still inside the main base and the natural expansion. There is action all over the place right now, ladies and gentlemen, but it looks like the little one will have to pull away. He has to holster up the guns, and unfortunately for him, that might have been like his whole game plan there, was dropping off all of those Cracklings, but they really didn't do enough damage, unfortunately, for TLO. He only killed 4 probes so far in this game, but he's not given up yet. He's coming back around, I think, with more Zerglings. He's got only 21 on the field. He's just running really low on money right now. If you pull up the income, he does have a ton of drones. He's oversaturated somewhere. He needs to transfer his workers over to this new base on this side of the map and get some money going for more Zerglings on the field. But he is going to go in for yet another drop here. But I don't know, does he have enough Corruptors to win this fight? His air is at 1-2, Protoss air at 0-2. They're about to finish 0-3. Look at how fast those Void Rays take out the Overlords. No mercy when they're on Prismatic Crack alignment. I meant Prismatic alignment. And the little one here coming around the left-hand side is going to try to prevent a new Nexus from going down. He could try to play the I'll starve you out type of game, where basically he's not going to let the Protoss get a new base, because right now HasuObs is really only mining off of one base. And the little one's got the luxury of this one over here. So he could try to play the I'll starve you out embargo type game. I think that might be his best shot here, because at this moment in time, I'm not sure. I don't know how he got these Zerglings inside, but I'm not sure if he's got the firepower to deal with Archons and Templars now. All of a sudden, that brilliant game plan with, you know, mass Zerglings doesn't seem so brilliant anymore. Not when Archons and Templars are on the field, and there are quite a few. So now at this point, the little one does have to consider going into Ultralisks or something else, because this is not going to work out so well for him anymore. Broodlords wouldn't be a bad idea either, given how many Corruptors he's got on the field. But he is going to try to go for yet another drop into the main base. And these are just getting worse and worse for TLO. We'll see how good Cracklings do against Zealots. They still don't have any ground upgrades, so they might be able to kill off these Archons and Zealots here, as you guys can see. But no, they can't even do that. Meanwhile, another attack on this side as the little one continues to try these skirmish type battles, guerrilla warfare, but the Mothership Core warps in, reinforcements, brings him over, storms over here as well to protect the Templar. The clerics need to be saved, and these Zerglings, I mean, they're good. But look at that, man. They're almost standing their ground against those Zealots. But here we go. Will TLO stand fight? No, he can't. He just can't. The storms will rip his Corruptors apart. He has to pull back. This game is starting to get really dicey for TLO. It is now 24 minutes in. A very, very exciting Zerg versus Protoss, I must say. How many drones do we have right now for the little one? He's got 79 drones. He is certainly mining a lot more minerals than the Protoss player is mining. He needs to transfer workers. He has too many workers mining at locations that they should not be mining at. And if he could transfer them over, he could make a lot more money and probably remuster his army. He's going to actually go in with these Zerglings, trying to kill off the Templar. Not too sure how many Templar he's able to get off there. Meanwhile, he cannot allow this Nexus to go down. The little one going in on HasuObs expansion. HasuObs forced to cancel, couldn't save it in time, and that's a big blow right there. HasuObs will want to immediately throw down a new Nexus, because he will run out of money mining off of only one base here, as these Cracklings come around to the backside, killing off the Photon Cannon almost instantly, and they will actually do some damage back here if HasuObs doesn't do something about it. Now HasuObs actually going to return the favor with all of his Protoss supremacy, firepower, everything combined. The Death Star takes out the hatchery, and Alderaan falls to bits. But here comes the little one with some Banelings. I was not expecting that. So Banelings are making a showing here. They will detonate on the probes. Oh, but at least the Nexus does go down, and not a bad blow right there from TLO. He actually now puts HasuObs back down another base, and really the little one is just playing this guerrilla warfare style game, because he knows he cannot fight toe-to-toe with that type of Protoss army. It's almost maxed out, so he's going to try to continue to take out these expansions, forcing another cancel. Oh my god, the power of these 2-2, actually now, are they 3-3 Zerglings? They are pretty heavily upgraded. They are 2-3. So they have max firepower. 3 weapons. Adrenal gland Zerglings are no joke. You see how quickly they take out the Nexi. It's almost instantly, and the little one here is just continuing to play this game, because he knows as long as he can whittle down HasuObs from behind enemy lines by taking out the supply routes, by taking out the civilians, not fighting the army head on, eventually the army is going to starve. And that is a great game strategy. Generals throughout the ages have used this. Emperors have used this to conquer civilizations, and the little one is just playing it beautifully. But will it be enough? The Grand Army continues to roam the map here. HasuObs has the advantage of firepower, and at any moment he can strike. He's definitely moving around about the map right now. Still doesn't have upgrades on his zealots. His zealots are like, please give us upgrades. So HasuObs now going. It looks like he wants to take out this hatchery where the drops continue to come from. Funny that the little one has basically taken an expansion just to the north of the Protoss main base. He's essentially stolen it. But HasuObs is not, I don't know what he's doing. He's actually splitting his army apart right now, saving some in the back. And here comes the little one with yet another drop. Infested Terrans dropping. And what will the little one go for? He's got to make up his mind because you don't really want to use it on the Nexus. It's just worthless unless you want to deplete Chrono Boost energy. It's kind of pointless. The Stargate's really the only thing that makes sense. Unfortunately, the little one didn't have a time to do that. So these Zerglings are going to get trapped inside, and they are going to get taken down, I think. Meanwhile, here comes a big attack. HasuObs charging Prismatic Alignment. Now, as Prismatic Alignment comes online, what you want to do as Zerg is not fight that army. You want to wait for it to wear off and then go in. And he's waiting, but Time Warp Field comes down. Where did the Mothership Core come from? I have no idea. There it is. And here comes a big battle. Does the little one have enough? He goes in with everything. He's going to shoot out all of his infested Terrans. Will he have enough anti-air to win this fight? It's going to be so close. I think he might just have enough, but his ground troops are also getting decimated by that squad of Zealots and Archons. Oh my god! Mutalisks now coming in as well. Every unit that could possibly be imagined has been brought in. Those Mutalisks do snipe that last remaining Tempest. Unbelievable game. These Infestors need to get underground, but they don't have Burrow. They don't have Burrow. The little one never researched Burrow in this game, and that might have been the degree all-in moment, the turning point, if you will. The little one, GG's, he was defeated, and HasuObs was victorious. Wow, what a game. That was insane. That was one of the best ZvPs I've casted in a very, very long time. I hope you guys truly enjoyed that matchup. Once again, more games coming out. If you guys enjoyed, check me out on my YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at HD Starcraft. And for now, this is HD signing out.